grenade. Oh, I have it equipped. Huh. Well, I just love so it's like a damage boost or something, but no. Yeah, most of it is just in the just into the grenade though. Uh, oh, that one looks good. This one doesn't do much though.
Oh, okay. There's some tissue right there. Use it.
Oh.
I don't expect a rich out of stater to get it, but Tim Sheehy's plan to end federal protection of public lands would make Montana unrecognizable. And it's bigger than politics to us. It's our home.
Today, we're going to be recreating and tasting 100 years of school lunches. Starting off with 1910, a school lunch only cost 3 cents, and this is what a fridge looked like. So in 1910, schools weren't actually required to provide lunch for students. A lot of students brought their lunch from home. The lunch that the school did provide wasn't the best option. It was usually like a pecan soup and like a slice of bread and some rice. This is what they had to work with at the time. And you know what? I'm actually excited to try it. Alright, here's a 1910 school lunch. I brought my friend Brian to come taste test all of these with me. And we're going to rate them from 1 apple to 5 apples. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. Let's go for a bite. Cheers. It tastes like I just ate chocolate. It's very salty. It seems kind of boring. I mean, what if we did it with the rice? Let me try it with the rice. Maybe with the rice makes it better.
A little bit better, like the rice now.
The rice definitely balances it out. I give this a 2 apples out of 5. How about you?
I'd say an apple and a half.
All right, let's move on to 1920. Where school lunch only cost 7 cents, and this is what fridges look like. We're now in the roaring 20s. 10 years later, school lunches maybe got a little bit better because of what health experts told parents and schools. So they started providing students with vegetables. As you can see, I'm making frozen vegetables, and this is what they used at the time to make the process quicker and easier. Surprisingly, they offered students grilled cheese. They thought cheese might have some protein and calcium in it. And speaking of calcium, they introduced milk for the very first time, and it's in school lunches till this day. So 1920 school lunch was a grilled cheese sandwich with a side of vegetables, a piece of bread, and some milk. We've officially made it to the 1920s where they're having grilled cheese, vegetable, and bread. I think the 2 bread is like a little redundant, but yeah. Cheers. I'm excited for this. Yeah. You know, they had it good in the 1920s. If this was my lunch, I would have been like, please, let me get second.
If I was a kid and I got this school lunch, 5 apples.
5 apples, I agree. I mean, the apple long with grilled cheese sandwich. Just go ahead and get the vegetable side.
Bland, boring, tastes the same as it did in 1920. Sure.
Let's head into the next decade.
Sure.
10 years later, we're in the 1930s, where school lunch cost about 10 cents and a refrigerator is 10 cents. This is the Great Depression era where most schools could not afford to provide hot lunches for their students. So these went with cheese, eating like a vegetable soup. This was something that they could make in batches and was very inexpensive to make. They also provided peanut butter sandwiches. I know it's kind of weird. I was expecting peanut butter and jelly. They were just doing peanut butter sandwiches. So in the 1930s, they stuffed a hot vegetable soup with a peanut butter sandwich, apple, and 1930, keep in mind, this was the Great Depression era. Remember what I said? So they had to keep things a little simple. I don't know about this whole peanut butter and soup combo. Seems a little weird to me, but let's just give it a shot. Let's start with the soup. Not bad. Yeah, they did simple soup. They had to just make a whole batch of add amount of taste from the rice. It's not bad. So let's complement with the peanut butter sandwich. It's not peanut butter jelly. Alright, same shot. Let's try. Yeah. Alright. So now in the 1930s, Great Depression, things are tough. I'm not mad. I'm gonna rate this a 3 out of 5. Yeah, 3 out of 5. I can agree with that. Well, other than that, we've made it to 1940, where a school lunch cost about 22 cents, and a refrigerator looks like this. In the 1940s, every U.S. state federally sponsored lunch programs, and they made this one dish called cream chili. And all it is you heat up some butter, flour, milk, and you chop up this dried beef. I've never even seen this item in my life before. You chop that up, you pour that into the milk mixture, and you just pour that over toast. So in the 1940s, they provided cream, chili, beef, rice pudding, vegetables, and some milk. So in 1940s, I just it smells bad, it looks bad. I don't know what they were thinking at the time, but this is actually the era where all schools had like lunch programs. Let's go to the bite. Whoa, that's oh wow. Right and handle it. Alright? That wasn't at all. If I was in 1940, I would have been looking forward to the creative definitely that was yeah, I was definitely looking forward to that. It sounded like it should be one after excited. Oh my god. The Olympic level, let's hope the next decade is better. Well, now in the 1950s, the population has grown so much because of the baby boomer era. That's where the term boomers came from. And an average meal costs about 35 cents, and this is what we're looking for. And thanks to the population increase, food was introduced to school in order to feed all the kids. It was easy to make in big batches, it was filling and nutritious. It was also really simple to make, they didn't take any special equipment. Also, as a side dish, they served tomato wedges. It's kind of weird, but maybe they thought it was healthy. So in the 1950s, school lunches was meatloaf, tomato wedges, jello, and milk. Milk has been a star in a lot of these decades. Well, let's go ahead and dig into the meatloaf and see how it is. I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I'm telling it, but I'm not mad at it. If I was a kid in the 1950s and they gave me meatloaf for lunch, I'll be like, cool, meatloaf. No, maybe that's a better stuff than that. Oh, yes. 1960. It's actually a really exciting news for one reason, which I'm going to tell you in a bit. Average school meal cost about 50 cents, and the refrigerator looked like this. 1960 is probably my favorite era. The first time pizza was added to the menu, and of course the pizzas came in squares. Processed and pre-packaged food also made its way into school kitchens, but in order to balance out the pizza, schools provided a single salad and a side dish. This was actually invented in schools years ago on high nutritious dips. So in 1960, the school lunch was pizza, single salad, chocolate pudding, and fruit juice. 1960, they finally introduced pizza to school. My favorite era so far. So let's take a slide. They were always square. Yeah, they were always square. Going cheese. They were. Well, I mean, no, nothing. So let's go ahead and take our first bite. Tastes just like it, right? Of course, the whole that. Exactly the same. Nothing touches it. You didn't touch it. Because of all the cost-cutting measurements, they compromised the quality of meals and increased the amount of processed food. Side dish, which the meal lacked because of lunches was a hamburger, french fries, jello. I'm excited. You know, pizza was fun, but burger, in my opinion, is better. Let's have a bite. Go for it.
There you go. Oh, I can end now.